gals and non-binary pals, welcome back to Nerd Initiation. I'm Zana.
And I'm Jason.
Hello. And today, we're in my house. You can tell because it's all pastels. Why do I live in all pastels? Who knows? Anyway, we were here watching Loki.
That's right, yep. We just watched episode 2. So we're all caught up with what's been currently released.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about episodes 1 and 2 with our favorite god of mischief. He's back.
Yes, he is. Love it so much. Hold on, pause. Oh no!
B-Blast!
After that whole kablooey that just happened, we're back. And my Baja Blast is now in a wine glass. So, cheers and scald.
That's how people are supposed to drink it.
Fucking fancy.
Tastes better that way.
That's right. That's correct. Cheers. Scald. Anyway, back to Loki.
Back to Loki.
Oh my god. Okay. So I enjoyed it. And of course I enjoy chaos, which, as we can tell, I enjoy chaos. My life is chaos, so bring me Loki, god of chaos and mischief. He's making things in my life anyway, obviously, so.
Yeah, I feel like Loki's at work right now.
Mm-hmm.
You get up to fix your phone and you break
everything.
Your B-Blast.
I break my B-Blast. What is that? What is my life? This is my life.
You stepped on it, puncturing the bottom of it, the straw pushing it through. So you spilled some, and then it started leaking out the bottom.
And it spilled everywhere else. This was all that was left. Whatever you say, that's all that was left of a supreme-sized Baja Blast. So.
If only you would drink more of it sooner.
I know. What am I doing with my life? See, I'm also an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Anywho, so we were watching Agent Carter. We were watching Loki, which, by the way,
is another Marvel TV show.
Another Marvel TV show, and don't even get me started on Agent Carter, because this whole Loki show, seriously, for whatever reason, it messes with my mind and it messes with all of the other timelines, which is supposed to. However, it brings me back to the timeline where Cap went back to hang out with Peggy, to be with Peggy, right?
Yeah.
And if he went out back to hang out with Peggy, you know what I mean? Then all of Agent Carter is null and void, right? So does that mean that she doesn't, found S.H.I.E.L.D.? Like, what does it all mean? Because I love myself some Agent Carter. I really do. I loved it. I loved that whole show. I thought it was amazing. Oh, there's my feet. You don't want to see my feet. But
some viewers might.
Anyway, we're just gonna type those in. But but if we're going along these timelines, then Agent Carter is null and void. So
I feel like they are gonna have to address that at some point.
Yeah, they probably have to, because I love myself some Agent Carter. I think she's wonderful. She knows her value. Anyway.
And it's fun to cosplay too, right?
It is. See, at the time Agent Carter was out, I worked at Besame Cosmetics in Burbank, California, who supplied all the lipsticks for that show. So we had a huge Agent Carter setup, which I have some pictures of me anyway. Agent Carter me. Ding. Anyway. Back to Loki. So what did you think about, let's start with the first, because we're going to start with the first episode because we meant to do it last week, but things came up, family things came up, and there's just a lot going on. So, we took another hiatus. Hello and welcome back. Join us. So today we're going to try and kick out both episode 1 and episode 2.
Yeah, so episode 1, which dropped last week, a week ago this past Wednesday, it was good. I like how, it diverged, or not diverged, but picked up from the little plot thread from Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And they followed up on that. And it was a lot of setup. It was getting all the pieces in place, but it was just good to see Loki again and setting up all these new characters and the idea of the TVA, which I think is great.
Now, was the TVA like a big part in the comics?
I know it's been in the comics, but I'm not really familiar with it. I've just seen snippets of it here and there. Yeah.
You haven't read those comics?
I want to say, if I remember correctly, it appeared in some She-Hulk comics a while back. I mean,
yeah.
It's impossible for me to have read everything, unfortunately, as much as I want to. But yeah, I know a little bit about the TVA. It reminds me, DC Comics has an equivalent called
They always do.
Called the Linear Men.
You know what? You know what's funny? I'm gonna interrupt you here for like a second.
Sure.
It just popped in my mind. Like, it's so funny that there's always gonna be equivalent of DC and Marvel. It's like
similar ideas,
but it reminds me of like Greek mythology and then later Roman mythology.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, not saying anybody's cheating off of each other. I'm just saying.
There are two examples I could think of where they happen from each company, similar ideas, so close in what they're like, you would almost think one was ripping off the other, but it's almost like they dropped concurrently. First one is the X-Men for Marvel was very similar to DC's Doom Patrol. Even having leaders in wheelchairs. Dr. Calder in the Doom Patrol, Professor X in X-Men.
That's super interesting.
That was in the 60s. In the early 70s, here's another really good example. Marvel had Man-Thing, DC had Swamp Thing.
I wonder if there was like a person on the inside,
Like leaking ideas.
Like leaking the ideas of the other company.
It could have been something like that, but what I like to think is all the creators at that time, especially in the 70s, because that was like the first generation of creators who grew up as like super fans of the comics. The comics when they were coming out in like the 40s and 50s and into the 60s were like the first generation where they were just like gruff, grumpy old men who like invented the genre. And then coming into the business in the 70s was like the young fans who grew up with those comics. They were all friends. They all probably had the same influences, be it stuff from other media like TV, movies, that kind of thing, books. So it was just that the ideas going around were just similar because it was all the same kind of like-minded people.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah.
So now, yes, TVA, Linear Men.
Well,
And
TVA had the Minutemen.
yeah, that's true.
It's all the same.
And they hung out, the Linear Men had it was like a type of headquarters, kind of similar, but it was more futuristic. They were at Vanishing Point. That was described as the end of the universe, like right before the universe totally blinked out of existence. Like the last snippet of time, that's where Vanishing Point was.
Oh, interesting. And then at that point, everything vanishes?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yep.
Not just a hat rack, my friend.
That's right. You got it.
Okay. But yeah, I really like the TVA and how their technology is not modern to our senses.
That's what I was gonna say. It all seems to be like they're using stuff from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Like the old files, the old computer equipment.
The rotary phone.
Rotary phones.
I like the rotary phone.
Yes. And I like that touch.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course beverages from the 90s. Josta.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit of like the 70s, 80s, and 90s all interspersed.
Did you ever have a Josta?
I
Josta?
didn't, but I remember seeing them around.
Mm.
And I think old comic books from the 90s would have ads for them. And I never tried it, no.
How dare you? How dare you?
I know.
Anyway, it looks good though. It's like an energy drink, right?
Yeah.
I do love myself some energy drinks.
Whatever happened to your monster pyramid?
If you open up that door, you will find my shameful stash.
You haven't returned them?
I returned enough to get about $10.
And for our non-Michigan viewers and listeners, we're referring to, of course, our can recycling law we have in Michigan, where there's a 10-cent deposit on each can or bottle of a carbonated beverage.
Let's do the math. How many cans does Xana have?
It was $8.
I got $10.
$10.
I got almost $10. Yeah, it was just under 10. It's like $9.80.
Yeah. How long did it take you to collect that many?
Well, I started when we started this, so how long ago was that?
February. So about 4 months. Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, but you had a lot when we had the first episode. You already had a collection.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. There's more in there.
That's so great.
Um,
So unhealthy.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, what
It
can you
tastes
do?
good.
It tastes good. What can you do?
It gives you energy.
It does. It does. Yeah, I like energy drinks, so me and I want to go. I say in my head it's Moby and Mosley. I'm like, none of those are correct.
Mobius.
Mobius.
Owen Wilson's character.
I love Owen Wilson. Ever since Shanghai Nights, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, he's great in this show.
Yeah.
I like his look. Because he kind of has a retro look himself
He
with
does.
the mustache and everything.
Mhm. Yeah. But I'm very happy that they got Owen Wilson to be in this show because he's so great. I love him. He's so great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whatever he's in, you know it's going to be quality.
Correct. I think he and Loki, he and Tom Hiddleston play off of each other really well as actors too. So,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a good pair.
Yeah. They have good chemistry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like us.
Totes.
Wait.
Oh, like us. Oh, fuck. Okay.
All right, we're going to get this right this time. Choo choo! Inside joke.
Sweet. If you know, you know, but you don't know. So that's how that goes.
We can let you all speculate if you have any ideas what we mean by that.
Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, comment.
Jo-
We
join-
will tell the story in a future episode, baby.
Join our caboose. I don't even know what that means. Oh my god.
Oh,
Our
that's
little
awesome.
train conductors. Anyway. We're
So,
dorks.
big time. So Loki, TVA, episode 1, getting things set up.
Mhm.
At the end of episode 1, we see a hooded figure.
Put a figure. That's right. And they set fire to like an oil land spill or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you were talking about Agent Carter. Didn't you say you thought she had a cameo in the first episode?
I did, that's right. So in the first episode, and when we get a close-up of Loki, you can see in the back, they're bringing another variant in through the door, and this variant looks especially, that's not a word,
Especially?
especially is not a word.
Until now.
This variant looks suspiciously like Agent Carter. But, like, it wouldn't make sense if she was the variant, because it's not... Hello.
Oh yeah, we have a special guest.
Yes, this is my baby boy Cedric. Cedric, say hello. Okay. And it looks suspiciously like Agent Carter. But if her timeline was to be a variant, then why isn't Captain America there? Because technically, she's supposed to be on that time. What are you doing? I see it.
My alarm went off.
She is supposed to be on that timeline. The person who isn't supposed to be on that timeline is Captain America. Technically, I would think. But what do I know?
Well, didn't they say something in the first episode when Loki was talking about his variant? Like everything that happened in Avengers Endgame was meant to happen, including that new timeline, I guess.
I don't like it though. I don't like that Cap went back in time to spit. Like
it doesn't make sense.
At the end of Agent Carter, she's happy. She married or got together. Got together with somebody else, like a different man who's not Captain America. She grew as a person. She succeeded as a person. She's growing and getting past him and living her life. You know, that's what we can do as people. And then just to have him go back and throw all of her character development out the window, fuck. Anyway, that's my rant.
Well,
welcome to my TED Talk.
Well, and the thing about it is too, it's almost like an afterthought. They're just like, oh yeah, he ended up with her. That's it. They never elaborate any further.
I hate that.
On how that changes things, what their life was like, all that stuff.
I hate it. I dislike it immensely.
You know,
it slightly inconveniences me. Anyway.
I guess that's something where, you know, if you think about the multiverse, maybe that timeline does still exist.
Yeah.
Intact.
In another multiverse.
And it's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that's keeping me going right now.
You're so disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Wanda will just walk into the set of Agent Carter. You know, as because she's a Nexus being, so she can go wherever the fuck she wants.
Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes me wonder. You know, with all the Marvel shows, it's like they do drop somebody in as a special guest. I wonder who we would get on Loki, who would pop up and appear.
Was there a special guest in WandaVision? Oh, I guess oh yeah, the girl from Thor.
Yeah.
I love her so much and I can't remember her name.
Well, you could even say Quicksilver.
That's true, Quicksilver. Yeah. Agent Wu.
Yes.
Agent Wu. Yeah, a bunch of people from I guess you're right, a bunch of people from. And then the other one, the Winter Soldier one, that's
Winter Soldier, yeah.
That's all of them, yeah. I didn't like that one too well. But I'm really liking Loki. I think it's because it has that aspect of there's a mystery that we get to help solve along the way. You know? Like
WandaVision, yeah.
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 And it makes it more interesting and engaging than the Winter Soldier one. Nope. Captain America Winter Soldier? Nope. Whatever that show was.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Wow.
Who do we have pop up in that? War Machine briefly?
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just that whole show, it told you what's going on. There's nothing that you had to figure out, really, you know? And I don't know. I like the more engaging type shows like WandaVision and this Loki. I think it's really interesting. Mm-hmm.
And how many episodes are going to air? Do you know? Is it
I have
6
no
or
idea.
8?
Please be 102, thank you.
Just go on for 4 years.
Uh-huh. Yup. Yes, please. Because I don't want any more of this one season thing. I need more of Wanda. I need more, you know. I'm a selfish being. That's why I have no kids. I need more.
You have cat kids.
Are you my kid? Are you my kid? Yes, you are. Hi, sweet pea. Okay. Anyway, I want what I want. I don't feel bad about it. There's another cat down there. Anyway, and I don't know. I just like it, and I know what they're trying to do is set up like the future. I guess this is what phase 4.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess they're trying to like set up for phase 4 movies and things like that, like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
So I mean I can see how it would be gravitating toward this movie, and everything is going to be squished into that movie. So that movie better be like 3 to 4 hours long. Thank you. Okay, so I'm the only one. We know. Unpopular opinions. Anna likes long movies.
Well, in the Spider-Man movie,
Oh, yeah.
that's going to deal with the multiverse too.
That's right. What's the one that's coming out soon?
I can't remember what they're calling it.
Oh, I can't either. There's like 5
Something
names.
Home.
Yes, something home. Very true. But anyway, back to Loki. But I'm trying to backpedal. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You like saw my mind going. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
That was good.
Thank you. And it's reversing, and I don't know where to stop.
Yeah, where did we diverge?
Loki, hooded figure, and she killed all the Minutemen.
Yep.
They killed all the Minutemen because we don't know it's a woman yet. Anyway, so with that multiverse, going back to the last part of the episode 1 of Loki, so the hooded figure, which the bomb was dropped on us that it is another Loki variant.
Yep.
They set the Minutemen on fire and stole their charge. So now we know, for whatever reason, that... What's he doing? Oh my god.
Close up.
Bob. Oh my god. Cedric, no. Cedric. So now we know, for whatever reason, that Loki variant is stealing the time bombs.
Yes.
I don't remember what their actual names are, but
I
the
can't
time
think of
bombs.
it either.
We're gonna call them time bombs because they're little magic things that mixes with other magic, and Kabooey resets time bombs.
Yes.
I think I keep saying Kabooey just because that's the name of the gum that they find, and I kind of like it.
It's a good name.
It's a good name, Kabooey. Yes, thank you.
It'll only be available regionally from 2047 to 2051.
We only got like,
What, 25
years.
Yeah.
and then we get Kabooey.
Maybe they'll bring Josta back too.
Here's hoping, right?
Yeah.
I need some more energy drinks in my life.
Never enough.
Never enough. Nope. So one of the interesting things that an Easter egg that you find in the first one is that they say that Loki's gender, like on his file, is fluid. So does that mean like we're gonna see other genders of Loki?
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. What kind of other Lokis were there in the comics?
There was female Loki and child Loki.
Child Loki.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Where he was just kind of like a smart aleck kid kind of thing.
All right.
It was a cool concept.
All right. What about... Okay, so you said female Loki. What was her name?
Loki.
Loki. She didn't go by anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Alright. So, you think it's been... I've heard it being called Lady Loki?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So
Just
we
to
got
differentiate.
Child Loki and Lady Loki. So if we're going like there, for instance, WandaVision went by the comics. Do you think that Loki is gonna go by the comics at all, or did you even read these comics?
I didn't read the Loki ones. I was aware of them.
Damn. So you're coming in on this like I'm coming in on this. Where
Pretty fresh.
pretty fresh. Very cool. I mean, now we can be learning together.
That's right. We'll be on the
That's
same page.
This we're on the same. Yes,
I like it.
me too. And like, what were your thoughts at the end of the first episode?
I was very curious about the hooded figure. And then we talked about it, and you had a theory, and I was like, ooh, that makes sense.
What was my theory?
Lady Loki.
Oh, Lady Loki. That's right. I did think it was Lady Loki. I don't know. There's something about it that screamed feminine to me in that hood. I don't know. So I thought it could have been Lady Loki after you said that there was a female Loki or a Lady Loki and a child Loki, whatever. I was like, all right, female Loki it is for me. I'm down for because the fluidity of his gender. Because of the fluidity of his gender, it just makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was very excited for that. And then that leads us to chapter 2 of Loki.
The one we just watched.
The one we just watched. So it's fresh in our minds now what we're thinking about, right?
That's right.
What are your first thoughts after watching episode 2?
Well, I liked it because they really seemed to get like right into the action.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ideas they came up with, the variant they're tracking, hiding themselves in apocalyptic scenarios.
Oh,
I thought that
yeah.
worked really well.
I love that they were in Pompeii.
They were at Pompeii when
That's
the
awesome.
volcano blew. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not only all that stuff was good, it just, showing more of the background of the TVA, kind of how they work and they operate. You know what it reminded me of? I kept thinking about the movie Beetlejuice and how the
Really?
afterlife is like a bureaucracy.
Oh.
And these are the people in charge of the time stream, and it's another bureaucratic type of system.
You're right. It does kind of remind me of that, especially like when you have to like take a ticket. Like
Yeah.
in the first episode, Loki had to take a ticket. Beetlejuice, didn't he have to take a ticket?
Yeah, but he was
Okay.
like 5 millionth in line or whatever
Right,
it was.
and they were on like 2.
Yep.
Great. It was like 3. Yeah.
So yeah, that made me feel good.
Mhm.
Like remembering that movie.
Definitely. Yeah, that was funny. I didn't make that connection, but now that you said it, I was like, yeah, you're right.
It's a cool trope, using bureaucracy for something that's complicated.
Mhm. No,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Do you know anything about the R. Slayer girl, or the woman that is like the judge at the TVA?
No, I do
Me
not.
either. Me either. I don't. And like I'm purposely not going out and like Googling because I want.
You want it to like be fresh to you.
Right. I wanna learn with what they're trying to teach me. Maybe if I get overly curious and I can't stand it anymore, I'll Google. But she seems like a key role, and I don't necessarily trust her.
You can always Google after the show.
Yes, I know.
That's when you can elaborate.
True. But
You don't trust her.
as a person who does not know anything about it, I do not trust her. There's something about her. She is untrustworthy.
I could see that. Yeah.
But she's kick-ass though, so that's interesting. Like just in the fact that she's a girl boss,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty cool. And who is this other agent she has working for her? I mean, I would assume there's more than one agent or more than one person in the job that Owen Wilson is doing. Like the analyst or whatever, like they make it seem like he's the only analyst in TVA, or is it he's the only analyst that works for the one judge in TVA, or are there more of the judges? I don't know. Like that's, how is he the only analyst in TVA, or is he just like the highest ranking analyst in TVA? What is it?
Yeah, I wonder if they'll elaborate on that more, because there's a lot more to that world, that they haven't shown.
Huge.
But it's vast.
It's huge.
I mean,
yeah.
it's a huge place.
So how is he the only analyst?
Can't be.
Right? Who's the girl that shushed Loki and was all rude? Is she another analyst? She's doing research.
The librarian lady?
No, there's two. So there's the librarian at the old computer typing, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a girl that was doing research behind Loki.
Oh, that's right.
When Loki was working.
Yeah.
So what does she do? Is she an analyst?
Could be.
I don't know. These are things that run through my mind.
But they definitely could support their own show, this whole idea, the TVA.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you wouldn't even need Loki.
But, I mean, would we actually watch it without Loki? Because they attempted to do a show like that, and nobody watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I made it like halfway through the first episode.
I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and I'm like, it's not as good as Agent Carter.
I was like, it's just not good, period.
Yeah. I think with them, they made it to where, like, it was there was too much, like, love interests going on, too much, I don't know. It wasn't about the S.H.I.E.L.D. It wasn't about the bureaucracy of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was about this one team and their lives, which I understand, but at the same time, what makes me want to care about these characters,
Right.
Look we're sitting matching. That's weird.
Well, yeah, we kind of are.
That's funny. Anyway,
It's because we think alike.
That's right.
Choo choo.
Anyway, I added that. I don't know why.
Oh, the
Yeah, gunslinger.
shoot thing.
Gunslinger. Yeah, because Owen Wilson.
Oh, that's the Owen Wilson bump.
Because he was in Shanghai Nights.
Your favorite movie?
It's not, but I like it a lot. It's my second favorite Jackie Chan franchise.
What's your first?
Rush Hour.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Love Rush Hour.
So, as far as the Marvel shows on Disney Plus go,
Mm-hmm.
what do we get after Loki? Is there another show after, or is Loki the last one for a while?
The Eternals?
That's going to be a movie.
It's gonna be a movie.
Oh, there's going to be a Hawkeye TV show, isn't there?
I don't know.
I think so.
Interesting.
It's going to be
Him and his daughter.
him and like a young female Hawkeye.
Well, I think they're setting up his daughter to be young female Hawkeye, right?
Yeah. Even though she's not in the comics, she's a character named Kate Bishop.
Oh.
So it'll be curious to see how they do it.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that one's going to be next, and I can't remember if there's anything else.
I don't know. There was a big timeline for Phase 4, and I don't know. I did not memorize Phase 4 at all. It looked like a lot.
I keep reading stuff online that they're bringing back the Punisher from the Netflix show.
Oh.
And he might appear in the next Spider-Man movie too.
Well, they should bring back Jessica Jones because she was awesome, and that one guy.
Daredevil?
I liked Daredevil, but the other guy too.
Iron Fist?
Maybe. Is that the black guy?
Oh, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. I thought Luke Cage was cool. Jessica Jones was cool.
Well, in the comics, they end up as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
They could do a show with them as a couple.
They started to.
Yeah.
They interwound those shows.
Well, in the comics, they get married and have a daughter,
Ah,
so they could go even further.
that's right. But those were Netflix shows, right? Not Disney Plus shows. So if they're Netflix shows and not Disney Plus shows, are they going to be canon? That's the thing.
I think they're going to become canon just like by default if any one of the characters from those shows appears. It'll acknowledge that maybe those other shows happened.
Okay.
Because I think they are going to use the Punisher at some point. Possibly Daredevil too. I keep hearing rumors Matt Murdock will appear as Peter Parker's lawyer.
Cool.
Yeah.
I hope they use the same guy because I like that actor. He was
Charlie
in
Cox.
He was in Stardust.
Yeah.
Anyway, if I would be very, very upset if they become canon and Peggy Carter is not canon. Okay, I just need to calm down about that. I'm bitter.
Peggy Carter's in some weird alternate timeline now.
No, I like Agent Carter so much though. That TV show. I like her as a character too, but that TV show is amazing. Anyway, back to it, I guess.
You should start your own Agent Carter podcast.
Oh my goodness. So, look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. I'll do this. If you want it, I'll do it. Let me know.
If there is demand.
If there is demand.
Leave comments.
If you want to talk about Agent Carter, look at me right here. We'll do it. Me and you. Yes. Anyway.
So
back
good.
back to Loki. So anyways, so we're on episode 2 and Loki figures out that his Loki variant they're hunting, which by the way, I don't get the feeling that I'm giving it away. Spoilers, it's a she. She's Lady Loki. I was correct. Anyway.
Yeah, you called it.
I did call it. She doesn't feel evil to me, but I did notice something. Because when Loki and Loki variant were talking and they were in Randy's body, so I'm assuming this Loki's power is to transfer consciousness, or one of, to transfer consciousness. So, right? So, what I notice is that Loki is talking to Randy and they walk away, and then you see Lady Loki's hands, still putting together all the time bombs, like in the behind the scenes. So, can Lady Loki then split their consciousness and transfer that split section to another person to be able to work on 2 separate mindsets? You know what I'm saying?
Seems like it could happen.
There's a lot going on. Let me tell you.
Yes. A lot of possibilities.
Yeah. So, anyway, so that we're talking spoilers here, so just go watch it if you want to not be spoiled. Because I know we're going to get flack.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to drop a spoiler again, we should just be like, Rob, cover your ears and go la la la,
La, la, la,
for the
la,
next
la,
2
la.
minutes.
So that's what I thought was really interesting, and I liked the fact that Loki did find all of the theory about the apocalypses. What are your thoughts?
Ooh. I could see this going so many different ways. That's what's cool about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I keep trying to think what the end result will be of the show, like what it's going to lead to, what the next step is, what it's going to feed into.
Yeah.
It's almost like WandaVision, there were so many theories that we had and other people had.
And
it's like
only half of them came true.
Right. It's like we had an abundance of theories. For this one, some of the theories, it's like I can't pin down what could happen. It's just like I'm fully along for the ride.
Well, that's like a big thing because it's like time variance and time travel. We're gonna get that to where
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. It's gonna be madness and chaos.
I'd like to see more historical settings.
Like
You
the
know.
Renaissance Fair?
Yeah.
That was amazing. We all know I love myself a good Renaissance Fair.
Yes.
No, I love that. I love the Renaissance Fair. Pompeii was fun.
Pompeii.
I know, that was so funny. So funny.
Speaking of Pompeii, I just recently watched Pink Floyd perform there. There's a DVD. It was in the early 70s. They played to no audience. They were just in the ruins.
Interesting.
Pretty cool. So yeah.
Well, they wouldn't be able to do that nowadays. In the 70s, it was fast and loose with ruins, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be able, I don't think anybody would be able to do that now. There. Stonehenge, anything like that.
Oh yeah, it was easier to do that there too.
Can't do that no more, now that it's not privatized. Stonehenge was privately owned for a long time.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, by some rich family, and then when the last people died off, they're like, that family sold or gave Stonehenge to the people.
Yeah.
And now it's owned by the government of Britannia.
That makes sense. We should do a show from Stonehenge.
We should do so. Yes, I love Stonehenge.
That'd be great.
I love all the mysteries behind Stonehenge. The henge. Because we have henges.
Stonehenge is like my favorite Spinal Tap song.
I like when Eddie Izzard talks about all of the hinges.
I'm not familiar.
Oh my god, I have done you a disservice. You have not seen Eddie Izzard? Do you know who Eddie Izzard
I
is?
know the name.
Oh my god. Alright, after we're done filming this, you are watching Eddie Izzard.
Okay.
Yes! He's amazing. I love everything about Eddie Izzard. And he's so smart, and he's where I learned all of my history. You'll see, it makes sense.
So he's educational.
Yes. Yes, he is. He'll teach you history. He'll teach you French. Yeah. He's great. He even delves into the nerdy. He has a whole Star Wars compilation that he does.
That's awesome.
Oh yes, he is fantastic and amazing.
Ooh, I just thought of something Marvel related.
How's
Now,
that?
it's not a TV show, but I think pretty soon we're getting the Black Widow movie, aren't we?
Yes, we are, July 9th.
So next month.
Yeah, do you want to go
Less
see
than
it?
a month. Yeah,
You
we
and I,
should.
we're gonna go look. We're gonna see it, and then we'll do a podcast about it.
Yeah, come to my town. We'll go to that little theater in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, I'm so excited because that is the one movie that I've been waiting for, and they keep postponing it, and it drives me nuts. But because I love Black Widow, I think she's one of the most interesting characters in the Marvel universe. I don't care what anybody says.
I just thought of that because I had a meeting at work today, and some of my coworkers were talking about that coming out.
Really?
Yeah, and I think they're doing that thing Disney Plus has been doing, where you'll be able to watch it on there too. Like if you pay $30.
I don't want to pay an extra. If I'm gonna pay $30, I'm gonna go to the actual movie theater and have the experience. I don't want to pay $30 for something that I'm already paying for.
The $30 thing, I think that works if you got like a big household full of people.
Yeah.
So then it's gonna be cheaper that way.
Yeah, but if it's just like me and you going to the movie theater, it's cheaper just to go to the movie theater.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
Plus you gotta have popcorn and all that stuff.
Right? Right? Plus, it's just me. I live alone. I do not have children. We have already established this. I'm not paying $30 for a movie. Thank you.
The cats would watch too.
No, they won't. No, they're so self-absorbed in their own little world. They don't know what's going on.
That's awesome.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So there's that to look forward to, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of theories on that we can talk about too. So we're not going to get into it today, but I'm very excited about it. But I don't know if the shows that we're watching now are going to correlate at all with
Black Widow.
Black Widow, because her movie was supposed to be out forever ago, and it was postponed. And I think her movie has nothing to do with what's going on in these shows. Her movie,
Well, from what I understand, it's supposed to take place in the past.
right? So I think her movie is going to deal more with like Endgame and Infinity War and all of that. So I think it's gonna tie into that timeline rather than like the Loki timeline or the Wanda timeline. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm sure there's going to be some things in it that are going to point towards the future.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I don't think that they would postpone it this much unless they feel like they could do that. However, making me wait. I hate waiting.
Yeah, it's all a waiting game. Everything cool that's coming out, like the next Batman movies next year.
Is that the Robert Pattinson one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I ask you that every time you bring it up.
The Ghostbusters movie, I think, is later this year.
Sweet.
What else? Oh, the Beatles documentary, Get Back. November now. That was going to be in the theater, but it's now going to be a 3-part series on Disney Plus.
Interesting.
So many things to look forward to.
I like the Beatles fine.
Yeah?
They're not my favorite. I don't actively listen to the Beatles.
Are they not nerdy enough?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I know their songs. I've heard their songs all growing up. Obviously, everybody has. I don't know. They're not my favorite. I don't dislike the Beatles. I don't love the Beatles. I do love the fact that they thought they were bigger than God. That's hilarious.
Pretty funny.
It's pretty funny, and I will respect that.
Does your dad like the Beatles? Or are they disco?
I think he likes the Beatles.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
pretty sure he likes the Beatles. I think he thinks they're pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. You know who likes the Beatles?
Who's that?
Mobius. I can see Mobius liking the Beatles. He's got that mustache.
Oh, yeah. I could see it.
I think Mobius likes Beatles.
I want to see variant timelines where the Beatles are doing different things. That'd be pretty.
Like a one timeline, they're the Beatles that we know. Another timeline, they're the superheroes.
Yeah.
Another timeline, I don't know,
They never broke up.
They
you know,
never
they stayed
broke up.
together like the Rolling Stones did.
and Yoko Ono was everybody's friend.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She was a good singer in that timeline.
She tried to sing in this timeline?
If you could call it singing. It was
Sam.
more like caterwauling.
Oh my god! I don't know, I've never heard Yoko Ono try to sing.
Well, she would try and do these avant-garde, like, vocalizations.
Oh.
I would imitate it, but it's inimitable. You would just have to listen to it.
Alright, I believe you. Yeah, not my thing. I don't know. Anywho, Loki goes on stage with like the Beatles.
Loki's the fifth Beatle.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, if he can be D.B. Cooper, he can be the fifth Beatle.
That was probably my favorite part of the first one, yeah.
That is really cool. I do like different explanations for people that mysteriously disappeared.
For real life things.
Yeah, exactly.
Mysterious things.
Hmm. That's one of my favorite things, is to find different theories on why people have mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
My foot was falling asleep.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare my foot?
How dare you, foot? And so we've got such big tangents now.
That's what we do.
It's what we do. It's just stream of consciousness. It's how we roll. Rolling like, I don't know what that song is. Anyway, so back onto Loki episode 2. What were we talking about? The propagandist. No? Apocalypses.
Apocalypses.
I will just sort through words until I find the right one.
Or the plural of apocalypses, or apocalypses.
Apocalypsi.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So where do you think all of those different time bombs went off to? I know, like, when they're showing the sacred timeline blowing up, like, you know, there was, like, on top of the computer screen, you can see all, like, the different places blowing up. And it showed, I did notice, like, Ego from
Guardians.
Guardians.
Yeah.
I noticed, I think that was only 3 words, or 3 letters, so that's, like, the only one I remember, but they did show Ego. And I was like, oh, like Guardians' dad guy.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell. Is that Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
It's Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool they dropped that in there.
So I bet if we stop it and then pause it and read all of them, we'll know all of, like, the different planets and everything, but I ain't got time for that. I'll let other people who have a lot more skill and talent than I do that.
Yeah, we'll just look online at their work. That's how we do it.
Correct. We are the lazy ones of the nerddom. I'm okay with that.
The bottom feeders.
We're the bottom feeders. We're the fish that, like, sucks onto the glass and just eats the algae.
That's it.
That's us. That's a correct analogy. Oh, God.
Well, I'm okay with it. I
Yeah.
accept it.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. You're welcome. Come hang out with us down here in bottom of the deep blue sea. Look at me. Don't look at me, Shane. I'll just leave now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Loki, very cool.
Yes. Yes, he is. And
Very smooth.
he's always smooth, though.
Tom Hiddleston's acting is
Smooth.
really good.
Yes, it is.
Like when his eyes welled up with tears in episode 2.
That's so true. Like when he's reading the destruction of Asgard and they zoom in his eyes, you can see a tear well up. Like, that's some fucking good acting.
Oh yeah.
That's some fucking good acting that you can see it well up before it falls. And I'm just like, this man right here, oh my God, how is he doing that?
Yeah.
That is talent. Thank you, Tom Hiddleston, for being you, because that's amazing. And it was noticed.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a cool scene.
I'm right about a lot of things. I couldn't even keep a straight face. I tried.
Yeah. It's like when Mobius, you're very clever. Loki goes, I know. We've got Loki energy. We got Loki vibes.
I think so. Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, if there's anybody to emulate.
That's true. That's true. The god of mischief would be the one to emulate. I agree. That's right. Awesome.
Are your cats mischievous?
Just Cedric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Natasha's pretty chill. Anyway. Is there anything else you want to bring onto the table out of your mind into their minds about Loki? Like, what do you want to happen next now that Lady Loki went through the door and Loki followed her?
Ooh, that was the cliffhanger. And it's really got me looking forward to the next one.
I know, I need to know what happens. Is she going to the TVA now that, like, all of the TVA officers are going to try to fix timelines, right? Is she going inside? Excuse me. Is she going inside of the TVA? Where is she going? What do you think?
She might be. I think she could be doing that. I want to see them kind of hang out, develop kind of like back and forth with each other, banter, see how all that goes. I think that'll be interesting. see
Loki,
some
Loki.
more of Lady Loki's personality.
Yeah. It's very true.
I think that'd be good.
I think so too. I'm very excited. I need to know what happens. I want to be watching this just until it ends, and I feel like I'm going to be just as sad as this one ending as I was for WandaVision, and that's saying something because I loved WandaVision.
Yes. That was sad.
Yeah. The whole ending was super sad. So, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm so curious to know what's going to happen with Loki. What Loki? Which Loki? There's apparently so many Lokis, and he just fucks shit up, and I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, the whole spectrum of Lokis. There's all different kinds, different varieties,
Do you think he's
shapes,
going to?
sizes.
Do you think he's going to meet any of the other Lokis?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to meet all of the Lokis. I think that'll be so much fun. Where are they going? Anyway.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
All right.
So, good show. Looking
Yeah.
forward to the rest of it.
Same. And, everybody, let us know what you think. Comment down below. Hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or whatevs. And just tell us what you think, because we're really excited, because we want to know too. What are your theories? And then let's debate all of our theories with each other. And I think that'd be super fun.
Yes.
Let me know.
Yes. Interact with us. We'd love to hear it. If you have any questions, we could maybe bring them up in a Knowledge is Power segment in a future
yeah.
episode.
I missed that.
Haven't done one of those in a
In a
while.
while. Yeah, we haven't had many questions.
Because all of our listeners are so smart, they already know everything.
That's true.
So they don't have to ask us.
That's
my theory.
100% true. I agree.
And they're also
All of our friends
Probably-
are super smart.
good looking like us.
Absolutely. That's right. Somebody says you're good looking, you just look at them and be like, I know. And you get that Chaos Loki vibe going in your life. Hail Loki.
Yes. Good looking, into chaos. That means you love nerd initiation.
Welcome, friends. And with that, spread chaos in your life, like and subscribe, and just hang out with us every week. Every week that we're here and we remember to do things. Sometimes I don't remember to do things. And that is chaos.
That's true. Yep, we're here for you.
When we remember to be.
Yep. We're semi-consistent.
That's right. Well, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of consistency,
So,
are we nerds now? Am I a nerd now?
well, we already know I am, so are you?
Am I?
Well, Lady Loki,
Yes.
you're well on your way.
Sweet.
So everybody, of course, remember to
Nerd your heart out.